Everyone, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to build your own Solana Explorer just like Solscan. Here in this application, you can able to monitor all the transaction happening on the Solana blockchain with NFT, domain, transaction, collection, tons of feature we have included. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that how our application exactly work. So when the user will come, this is what exactly they will see. We have a logo, we have a top feature, and we have a current wallet function. Here we have the hero section, and the user can do the search of the transaction based on multiple way. They can do the transaction based on address, token, domain, and transaction. They can do the testing on multiple network, like we have a mainnet, devnet, and testnet. So all the transaction testing I'm going to do on the mainnet, but you can do on other net as well. And from here you can is able to paste the address of the token or transaction hash or token address or wallet address. And if you click here we are running a promotional campaign, so you can simply promote any specific contract, any specific token, and that's what you can see we are reflecting here. If you want to do the modification, you can do that in the JSON file and it will reflect here. So if you want to explore about this particular contract, and we can do the search based on the domain. So if I click on this, it's going to take me here in the address page, and there I can find all the details about this particular contract and all the transaction which is happening here. So you can see the name, you can simply copy that, and you can see the balance which this particular address hold at this moment. And here you will find all the contract interactions. So it's an offer methods which this contract has, and this is the transaction took place. So you can see the amount, you can see the address, that's all you will find here. Here we have the sold details, here we have this one, amounts. The same interaction is done in the contract, and you can see the details. So we have this infinity scroll, you can able to scroll and you can able to fetch all the data from the blockchain, and that's all you're going to reflect here. So you can able to explore all the transaction happening in this particular contract. So it's look good. You can simply scroll all the way down and it will keep coming on. So this is how many transactions have taken place so far in this particular contract. And if you want to explore any specific contract interaction, you can do that very easily. All you have to do is to simply click on it, and it will take you to the transaction page, and here you will find all the details about this particular transaction. So you can able to see the signer. You can see we have multiple signer in here. You can see the block, you can see the status is success, you can see the fee which the user has paid for making the transaction. You can able to see the main function, main action which took place in the contract, which is offer loan. And here you can able to find the protocol. So it has this names, but this particular contract has the name, so you can reflect the name. You can simply copy, and you can simply copy any address, and you can simply click on this, it's going to refresh. You can tap refresh. You can simply copy the address, that's all you can do. So here we have the stat section. Now come back to the actions. All the action took place within this contract, that's all you will find, and do the analysis individually based on the address level. So here you will see annual return, there is no annual return is there. You can able to see the amount, that's all you will find right up here. And if you come back here, you can able to see the transaction right up is here. You can simply click on this plus, and it's going to expand the transaction, and you can able to have a look that what are the data is getting there and how the transaction got executed. That's all details you will find here about the amounts, about the fee, about the duration second. That's all you will find here. That's what we have here. So you can simply close, or you can simply open, and here we have the raw transaction. So if you click on that, it's going to give you the details about the block. I hope you guys are familiar with the raw transaction. This is the similar architecture we have on the EVM compatible chain. So here we have the meta, that's all details you will find. Version is the legacy. You can click on that and you can do a proper research. You can able to see each data individually. You can see the system program got executed, and that's all you will find here. You can click and you can able to see the details which reflecting in each of this transaction is happening in the item level and their program ID. So that's all the analysis you can able to do which happening in the transaction. It's pretty big. So I'm going to simply come back here, and I'm going to simply close this one, and I'm going to simply close this detail. So this is how you can explore the transaction and raw transaction. Then we have the program log, because you know in our program we have events and some logs. So that's what you can able to find. So you can click here in the details, and that's all details you can able to find, that how the program log got executed, what are the data we have in that. That's all you can able to see which took place within this transaction. So that's how you can do the analysis. You can able to see. Now if you want to explore about individual transaction, you can simply click here, and it's going to take you here in the address, and where you can able to find all the details about this particular account which confirm the actions, and that's all you will find the transaction this particular account has done so far. So that's all the details you will find right up here. So these many transactions have taken place. Here we have the multiple tabs. So this is the live transaction which we are fetching from the blockchain, and that's what we are reflecting here. If you come back to the tokens, here you will find all the token details which this particular user holds. So you can able to see this user, this particular wallet address hold these many tokens. So you can able to see this image if it has, you can able to see the address of the token, and that's what you will find here. You can see the price, you can see the number of token which it holds. So that's all detail you will find. Here is the USDT which on the Solana, and that's all the details you will find. Now we have the domain. So this particular account doesn't have the domain, that's why it's not reflecting here. But if an address has a domain, that's going to reflect here. So that's how you can do the explore based on the active transaction, then token, that how many token this particular account holds, and here we have the domain NFT. If you click on that, it's going to fetch out the information from the blockchain about the compromised NFT, and that's going to reflect here. If it has, it will reflect, otherwise it will not reflect, and it will display this particular loader. And this entire address page is a dynamic. So if an account has the collections of NFT, that's what is going to reflect here. So here I have found an address on Solana. So this data is dynamic. If an address will have NFT collection, then it's going to reflect here, otherwise it will not reflect. So here we got it. I found this address. So you can click on this and it's going to open, and you can able to find out all the details about this particular collection. And here we got all the collection about this particular NFT. You can simply explore each one of this one by one. So right now in this collection we have this 10 NFT. So this one is from the homeland. You can see this one is the unknown, because on the blockchain there can have a multiple collection, and some of the collection has individual NFT. That's why it's giving you unknown. If you want to explore any specific one, you can simply click on that, and it will take you to the address page where you can simply do the analysis of this particular NFT. So here you can see you got the image, you got the number of the Genesis block, you got the description, you got the external link of this particular NFT, and here you will find all the details about this particular NFT, like the symbols, royalty, mint address, honor, collection, and here you will find all the attributes. So when you will click on create NFT on the Solana blockchain, there you can provide multiple attributes. So that's what we have here. Here you will find the information about the creator. So this is what you can see. Some of the creators will be verified, some of the creator will not verify. That's also going to pull out the data from the blockchain, and here we have the information. Then we have the live transaction which happening in this particular NFT. So you can see what happened when the transaction took place. You can able to monitor that how much money got paid for buying and taking the royalty of this particular NFT. So that's all you can able to find here. So that's how you can explore an individual NFT, and here you will have multiple options. So if you want to view original image, you can simply copy, and it's going to open in the new tab where you can able to see the NFT image. Got it? And if you want to download, you can simply click on download, and it's going to give you the image of this particular NFT. Here I got downloaded, and if you want to watch the video, you can simply click on this view video, and it's going to open this pop-up model where you can watch this NFT video, that how it looks. So this is how the NFT would look like. So this is how you can explore any NFT. Now I got back here, and you can see I've done another research on a different address, and here I've found all the collection which this particular account holds. So you can able to simply scroll through that. That's all the collection which you will find which this user has in the NFT compromise. So that looks good. Wonderful. It has a lot of collections. So this particular user is very rich. You can see the number of soul he has, it's pretty high. So that's all you can able to do that. You can simply explore on one by one. If you want to see this one, you can simply click here, and you can able to come back here, and you can able to read about this particular transaction. So that looks good. Let's come back here. It's pulled the data back from the blockchain, and you can see it's reflecting here. So we have this one, the heist, we have the Jekin, Acme gold. So there is tons of things. If you come back here in the token section, there you can see all the token which you can simply explore. So looks good. If you come back to the domain name, right now this particular account don't have any domain. If you come back to the live activity, that's all you will find here. So it's automatically going to pull out the data. If it has the collection, if it has the NFT, that's going to reflect here. But if it don't have, it's not going to reflect here. So it's dynamic. You can simply go to the different section. It has a lot of, or you can do the filtration based on the NFT. So you can simply type and it's going to do the filter, and you can simply explore. And here you got the details about this particular NFT. You can see the transaction is getting, and all the data is getting pulled out of this NFT. Got it? Got it? Now we can come back here, and you can see it's going to pull out the data from the blockchain, and it's loading. Once it will load, and here we got the data. So this is how you can explore any specific account. I hope you guys have understood. You can do this transaction based from here as well. So if I come back here, I have another address which I have taken, because not all the addresses have this NFT collection. Very few of them have this, so I have to find out the addresses which has this. So I'm going to simply paste here, and I'm going to hit enter. It's going to make a call, and you can see this particular account doesn't have any NFT collection. That's why it's not reflecting here. So you can click here, and it's going to make a call, and if it has, it's going to reflect. Otherwise it will just be like that. You can simply click on copy, and you can simply copy the transaction, or you can simply click on this transaction to view the entire transaction which took place. That's all reflecting fine. So you can go to the different tab. That's good. You can see the logs. That's all you can able to find about this. And right now we haven't connected our wallet, so I will show you that once you will connect, how it's going to look, and when you will do the research without connecting, how it's going to look. So it looks good. I'll simply come back here. I'm going to simply close this one, and here you can see it took a little bit time, but finally we got the NFT back, and here we have all of these details. You can simply explore that. You can simply go through this. Looks good. If you come back to the token, that's what is going to pull out. So here we have all the token which this particular account has. Looks good. Now we have done the testing. Now we can simply do one thing. We can come back to the home page, and let's try to connect our wallet. But before we do that, I have one more feature. So this is the new feature we have. So we can simply click on this upload idle JSON file. So if you have deployed your contract on Solana blockchain, you have to provide the address of that program, and you have to upload the JSON file. It's actually the idle file, and that's what you have to upload. So you can simply click here, and it's going to open this one, and it's going to simply upload that. And we are doing this upload only on the mainnet. So if you are providing this feature, you can provide it. Otherwise you can simply remove that and comment that. It will work absolutely fine. So that's how you can do the research. You can click, and you can able to find all the history of the account research which you have done. That's all you will reflect here. So you can simply switch back. Now let's click on this connect wallet. If you click, it's going to open this pop-up model, and from here you can select which wallet you want to connect with. So you can go with Phantom, you can go with Soulflame. So we have multiple wallet providers. So right now this two wallet I have installed in my browser, so that's why it's reflecting here. So I can pick any one. So I can go with this Phantom wallet, and it's going to open this pop-up model, and here I'm displaying this custom message. You can simply modify this message as per your requirement. So simply click on this confirm. Once you will click on confirm, you are connected successfully, and you will see we have this beautiful loader. You can simply reload the page, and that's what looks fine. You can simply do the research. You can click on this. It will take you back here, and there you will find all the details about the transaction. You can click on compress NFT, and there it is. We got the NFTs. Looks good. Now you can come back to the home page, or you can click here. Here you will have this two option to disconnect. You are disconnected. If you click, it's going to open this one, and now you can connect simply one more time. So that's how you can connect and disconnect. If you want to click here, your feed, it will take you to here, and here you can do all the research. So if I want to do the research, I can simply come back here. I can copy the address, and then that's what I can simply paste here, and I can hit enter. So it's going to make a call to our endpoints, and it's going to pull out all the details. It's taking a little bit time. So we can come and click here in the compress NFT, and finally we got it. So all the data is reflecting absolutely fine. I hope you guys can appreciate that how things are coming together. And if you come back here, we have more information here. So if you click on the feed, you will be here. And if you click on this my account, you can simply able to get all the transaction history of your account. So this is the account which I'm connected with my Phantom wallet, and it's my test account. So I haven't done any transaction. That's what you can reflect here. So address, there is no fund available. There is no collection available. There is NFT available, live activity, token, domain, nothing is here. So that's what you can find. If you come back here, we have the info section. So we are promoting our application. So you can simply allow the user to join and continue with the GitHub and join your Discord. So they can click and they can join. So that's what we are promoting here. And here we have the information. So click here, and it's going to open the same one, information. Now we can come back here. Here we have the option for information. We have seen that we have this disconnect. So you can simply disconnect, and you will be redirected to the home page. So that's how our application is working absolutely fine. I can simply click, and I can do the research one more time. It's going to pull out all the details about our transaction, and it's 100% responsive. You can see if I make on the mobile screen, that's how our application is going to look like. You can simply slide through this all the NFT which taking place, and it's very easy to build this. I'll show you how you can do that very easily. So you can able to find all of this information. You can come back here in the embedded conversion. That's all you will look good. That's how it's going to look on the mobile device. So I'm going to simply bring it on this side, and this is how it's going to look on a mobile device. We'll have our logo, we have our connect wallet, we have this notification. You can simply close this one. We have the search bar. You can switch back to the different network, address and follow. We have the collections, compress NFT. You can simply slide through that. It's 100% responsive. You can simply go through that one. You can come back to the tokens, and you can able to pull out all the token details. So it looks absolutely incredible. It has a big image. You can simply copy the transaction. You can see the font. That's all is looking fine. You can click on the bottom. It's going to take you on the top. If you do on the little smaller screen, this is how it's going to look. If you do on the very small screen, this is how it's going to look. So every single thing is 100% responsive, and this is really powerful. You can simply launch your own Solana scan, and this will teach you that how you can interact with the Solana ecosystem and multiple contract and get the transaction. So it's 100% responsive. If I come back to the home page, you can see that's how our application is going to look on the home page. Let's make a little bit. That's how it's going to look. You can click here and go to upload it. You can click on the current wallets. Here you will have the options. Click on the phantom wallet, and you can simply confirm, and we are connected. Now here you can come here. You can simply pick the address. So I'll go with this one, and it will take me to the address details page where I can able to find all the details about this particular transaction. So I can simply click on this token, and here I will get all the details. If I click on this compromise, I'll get all the NFT. So everything happening absolutely perfect. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we're going to build and how our application would look like. What are the features we have included. Every single thing is dynamic. Every single thing is working absolutely fine. Now let me give you a quick walkthrough of the code structure we have designed for this application, and what are the changes you can do from your end in the API key. That's all we're going to talk about it. So you can simply launch your own scan very quickly. Here we are back in our VS Code, and this is the entire source code of our project. So I have already provided you the startup file, so you guys should download the startup file so we can start coding together. And here we have the final source code of the project which you have seen just now. Let's start focusing on the package.json file. So you can see we have called this one. You can call whatever you want, and these are the packages we are using, and these packages are very important. No matter when you are watching, when you are building this project, as long as you use the exact version, exact packages, everything would be fine. So we are using this name service, token, wallet adapters, and a lot of Web3 provider for Solana ecosystem to get the information. So we are using React for building our Solana Explorer. So this is the dependency. Here we have the script. Here we have the SLN configuration. Here we have the browser configuration, and here we have the development configuration. So you don't need to touch anything in here. Everything would be fine. Now come back to the public. Inside that we have this jQuery. You don't need to do anything here. Here we have multiple fab icons. So you can see that this is the blockchain coder. This is the Solana, our icon. You can simply change the image but keep the name as it is. Okay. This is the only change you have to do for your logo, and it will work absolutely fine. Here we have the Solana translator. So this is the simple image we have given. So you don't need to do anything in here. All you have to do is to simply change the image and give the name as it is. Here we have the index file where we are simply initializing our application. So you don't need to do any changes. You can simply modify the title of your brand, but other thing is going to be exactly the same. So that's our public file. Now we can come back to the source file. In that we have all the component, resources, utilities, and the pages we have built. So first thing, we have this component. Inside the component we have a couple of things. So here we have multiple loader. This one is the animation, button, disconnect, unfollow, follow, loader, simple loader, transaction loader. That's all is reflecting here. This is the loader section we have. You don't need to do anything. Here we have the transactional component. So when the transaction is taking place and we are doing any research about the transaction, that's what exactly we are fetching here. So you can able to see token. We have the feed, group, transaction, live transaction, sub transaction, sub. That's all you will find here. Here we have this upload with program. So if you want to upload the program which I have shown you, so if I come back here in the home page, there you will find. So if you click here, it's going to open this pop-up model, and that's what we are controlling from this here. Okay, I'll show you how you can get your API key and endpoint so you can able to upload that. That's what we have here. So you don't need to make any changes here in this file as well. Here we have all the components we have developed for all NFT, all token, con slider, row slice, each NFT, follow, header, long, NFT expand, component, search each, search token, search home token, uncatch collection. That's all we are reflecting here. This is our component section. Now we have this resource. In that I have provided you the CSS file. You can see there is a lot of animations, the classes we have designed. That's all we have here. So we have multiple CSS file from multiple component, and that's what we are simply connecting here. So simply close this one. Now we're going to simply come back here. Here in the images, we have all the images we have used in our project. So footer, loader, text image. So I would suggest you don't make any changes. These are the images we have. You can simply make the changes, but make sure to give the name exactly as it is. You can use different images, but give the name as it is. So you don't need to do the changes in multiple places in the code. So we have the images. Now simply close this one. Close this one, resource section. Now we have the utils function, in which we are fetching the information about the individual transaction. So here we have this first one, operation. You can see we have multiple function. That's all we are interacting here. That's all we have. Then we have the formatter. Here we have all of these details about the formatter. You don't need to do anything in here. These are the static data I have taken for testing purpose. Now we have this get all data. There we have all the function we have built to get the information from the Solana blockchain. So you don't need to do anything in here. Then we have the address component. This is called the address page. Then we have the app. This is the home page of our application. Then we have this click to top, the scroll back on top. Then we have the collection, then domain search, feed component, footer, 40 error, home page. There you can able to find and do all the modification of the text. So if I come back here you can see this is the top bar. Remember, this is what we have on the top. So if you want to do the modification in the title or description, you can do that. You can simply change this to whatever you want. Here we have the current wallet functions, and here we have the disconnect and feed. If you want to display multiple menu, you can simply display and add one by one. And here you will find all the feature. So this is the tagline, this is the name. So if you want to call it something else like Solana scanner, so you can simply do that. You can simply call whatever you want, and the changes will reflect on here. So I'm going to simply bring back to the code, come back to the code, and I'm going to simply keep it Explorer. This is how you can do the editing. Okay, here we have the index file homepage. So there we have some custom CSS classes we have written. So you don't need to do anything in here. Then we have this index.js page. Then we have the open pop-up model, parent component. There you will find that we have multiple component which we are clicking. So on the home page, we are displaying our home component. Then on our address page, we are displaying our search component as well as the address component. Then we have the router, means when there is a search for domain, then we are simply searching for this and searching for a domain component. Then this is the transaction component. This is the collection component. This is the collection component. Then we have the router and the other components we have. So you can simply explore one by one. Then we have the view, pop-up, reports, all of these components we have. So you don't need to make any changes. If you want to do the changes in the front end text, you can do that very easily. So simply close all of that. Now comes the most important part. So we have already seen this in our environment variable. So here we have all the environment variable which you have to get your own. Anyway, I will provide this in the source code, but it might not work in the future if it exceeds the limit of the transaction and the request. So this is the URL. You don't need to make any changes. This is the API key which you have to get your own. This is the program app ID. You can just keep it as it is. And here you have to get your own RPC endpoint for Solana mainnet using Acmele. So I hope you guys are already familiar with Acmele. So make sure to get it, and that's what you have to provide here. So I'll show you how you can get your own API key from the Sifty. Okay, this is the provider, Web3 provider we are using for Solana ecosystem. Now we can come back here in the config file. You don't need to do anything in here. This is the package.json file we have already explained, and here we have the readme file where I have given all the instruction that how you can get your API key, what version you have to use. So let's start with that. So first thing, what I will do, I'm going to simply delete this node module so I can show you everything from scratch. Now what you have to do is you have to get your own API key. This endpoint will work absolutely fine. You don't need to make any changes in the endpoint because it has multiple endpoint, version 2 and the latest version we have also. So you don't need to make any changes because this version is 100% compatible with all the network, testnet, mainnet and devnet. So you can keep it as it is. we have to get the API key. So you can come back to the readme file and we have to get back here. So here we have the safety documentation and here we have the API key. So simply copy this one and come back to the browser. Our application got stuck, so I will reload and it's got this error because we have stopped our application. So let's come back here. You can see our terminal, the application is stopped. So let's close this one. Now you can come back here, reload the page, and application is got stuck and it will take you here. And this is the Web3 provider we are using for getting all the details about the blockchain and which we are feeding in our component. So to get that, all you have to do is to click on this get API key. I already created my account, so make sure you have to create your own account. All you have to do is to get your provide your email ID and you can create your own account. You can also check their premium version there. You will have a higher number of requests which you can make in the API endpoint. So click on this get API key and it will take you right up here in your dashboard. So I have already created my account and it's telling me to do this information, but I'll keep it for later. Currently I have already created my one API key. By default it will create this one and this is what I'm using in the project. You can able to see all the requests which you have made, how many credits you have, how many total API calls you have made. That's all you will find, and they give you multiple options to connect with their Solana ecosystem. So you can use the regular doc, you can use the SDK, you can use the Postman to do the research that what are the endpoints you will have to get more details. So you can do all of this research. Now come back to the API use cases. So you can see I have done a lot of requests. So you can see the number of requests I have done. It's pretty high. There you will find all the endpoints which you have called. If you come back to the pricing, you can see this is currently I'm using the free one, and I would suggest you to use the free one. And once you are comfortable and if you really want to launch your own, then you can simply go with the premium version, which is very less. You have to pay only 49 bucks, which is very less. So you can simply start your own one. We have the billing and we have the grace RPC. So all you have to do is to simply come back in the API in the overview, and there you will find your own API key. From here you can activate or deactivate to get a specific endpoints. You don't need to take this endpoint, okay? We have to go with the global endpoint, which is this one we are using. And if you go with this particular endpoint, then you have to do a different configuration which I have not covered in the project. So all you have to do is to simply copy this, and that's what you have to simply paste here. This is the same one, so I will paste here. So that's the first thing you have to replace, your API key. Now you have to get your own RPC endpoint for Solana mainnet. So I'll simply open a new tab and type alchemy, hit enter. This is the very powerful platform which allow you to get RPC endpoint and different node providers, which you can simply use it. I already have my account, so I'm going to click on this sign in. Make sure to create your account and you can easily able to interact with the Solana blockchain. Here you are in the dashboard. There you will find all the details about the requests which you have made. So I have a couple of projects which is running. You can see the number of requests is pretty high and it looks pretty good. I'm getting good user on my application, and there you will find all of that. So you can click on this view all app, and here you will find all the API endpoints which you have created for different blockchains. So all you have to do is to simply come back here and click on this endpoint, and from here you can able to find endpoint for multiple project, multiple blockchain. So Ethereum, Polygon POS, Optimus, Arbitrum, that's all you will find. But we are interested in Solana. So if you click here, it will give you for devnet or mainnet, but we want to get the mainnet. So simply copy, and that's what you can paste here. Once you're done with that, that's the only thing you have to do, and save it. Once you're done, save it. Anyway, I'm going to provide this in the final source code, so it will work fine. But after some time, it might not work because this particular API endpoint has some limit. So once you provide that one, that's good. Now you can come back to the package.json file, and here we have the script which we have to run. So this is the script we have to run. So first we have to test on the local environment. So when you will generate an API key, it might take half an hour to 1 hour to get activated. So once you create an account, create your API key. After that, wait for at least 1 hour because it takes at least 1 hour. In my case, it took 45 minutes to get activated. Interact with the Solana blockchain. So once you're done with that, now we have to run the development environment. So open up your terminal, and if I show you the node version which I'm using at the moment, make sure to try to use the exact node version. It will work fine, but if you have any previous node version, that will also work. But if it's create any problem, then do this. So simply type n node de node -v. So currently I'm using 22, which is the latest one, and if you have previous one, it will work absolutely fine with that. But if it's create any problem, then make sure to upgrade to this one, the latest one. So now I have to install the packages which we have here. So we are on the main directory. We have to get into the final project. So we'll say cd final -code, hit enter, Now we have to install the packages. So simply type npmi, and now the installation will fail. You can see we got this failed message because the root command which we are using in the React, we have this one, but we are using some of the old version of packages. So to fix this, there you will find couple of commands. So we're going to run this force command because we want the exact version. We don't want to update our React sample toolbit and the other packages we have, which you are getting warning here. So simply we have to overpass this. So simply clear up the terminal and type npmi -force and hit enter. In this way, what will happen, all the warning will ignore, and we're going to install the exact version, and you will find the node modules reflecting here, and you have to do the exactly the same thing. If you run the normal npm install or it's not going to work. It will throw this error. So here we have installed the entire package and we have no issue. We are getting a couple of vulnerabilities and fix command, but you don't need to do anything in here. Simply clear your terminal and type npm run dev. Simply hit enter and it's going to start your application. You can see our application got started and it's open in the browser, and it's going to take few seconds. Just wait. And finally our application is working absolutely fine, and you can see I'm already connected with the application. So if I come back in my inspect element, if I go to my local storage in app performance, there we storing couple of information about the user. So simply remove this one, and if I try to reload the page, you will see I'm not connected at the moment. I can simply click here and I can able to find all these options. So I can simply click on this and I can do the explore of this particular account. That's what we have here. So it's taking a little bit time, and here we got all of this information about this particular user. So if I come back here, you can simply do the research. Simply copy, and that's what you can simply paste here and hit enter. It's going to take you here in the address page, and there you will find this time this particular account has couple of NFTs. So you can simply click here, and in there is going to pull out the details about the NFT, and that's going to reflect here if it has. So this will take a little time. So our application is working absolutely fine. You can click here. It's going to open the Phantom wallet. Simply connect, and here we are connected with the wallet. Reload the page. You can see your feed disconnect. So we are connected. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we're going to develop in the project. It's really powerful. We have all the feature which you will find in the soul scan. You can able to do the explore of the NFT. That's all is looking absolutely fine. So this is what exactly we're going to develop, and this is what the starter file is already given. In that I have provided all the required assets and the packages. So you can simply download the starter file, or if you take the final source code, this is how you can execute. You can provide your keys. Anyway, I'm going to provide this key in the final source code, but you have to get your own. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood. If you have any question in doubt, do let me know in the comment section. And I hope you guys have checked the blockchain coder. There you will find all the project we have built on the channel. So a lot of students have already joined our community. You can come back here, go back to the source code section. There you will find all the project we have developed. So make sure to build at least 5 projects if you really want to become a blockchain developer for Solana or Ethereum. Click on this recent project, and there you will find all the recent project. You can also check the course which I have launched, blockchain development, where you're going to master Solidity programming language from single to advanced. Then we're going to build one of the complex and biggest NFT marketplace. You're going to learn about the Web3 setup. Then we're going to have a couple of crash courses. So make sure to watch this video. In that you will learn that what exactly we're going to learn and how we're going to follow this particular project. So it's a 40-hour plus long course. So make sure to check this. So with that, I'm ending this video. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.